Richard, hit that play button. Legend. Hey, can anyone remember what happened the week before last?
No.
I remember what happened 3 seconds ago when you said play button, not record.
Yeah, I realised that as soon as I said it as well, but I thought I'd cover by just moving on swiftly. That's fine. Fine. Now the world will know my shame.
So we got word that no one heard from the elves in a while, and then we were all cool with that. But then someone told us we had to go check it out, so then we did, and then we came across this little town, and there was a load of dead elves, and then a bloke turned up and tried to summon them all. And apparently there's a lich. And that's why I've switched my infusion for my armor to resist necrotic damage.
Metagaming. No, hardly. No, that's
He
exactly
attacked me with necrotic damage, I know. Groz is a smart boy. He knows Arcana.
Switch myself from exploding randomly to exploding randomly. I have no idea what I'm doing. Blue pew pew pew.
Excellent.
God, him again.
I'm still glowing. Yeah, I thought you
Got immigrants in my sides.
God, him again.
Oh, Andy, you're all echoey again.
Oh! He's sat in the middle of a cathedral.
So, you also leveled up at the end of last session.
We did.
Oh, yes.
Now, boys.
Level 11.
Okay, I did it. I'm good. I'm golden.
So, I'm mostly looking at you. Terry Lockjaw, are you leveled up?
What level? Hang on a minute.
No prejudice. Right, but
What
still.
level should I be?
You should be level 11 now, boys.
Boysies.
I'm not going to say that word.
Wow,
Level
come on.
11.
I hate you, I hate you, I hate you.
Well done, Andy.
Fucking
You've
hell,
done
yeah.
your absolute minimum to make sure you're doing what you're supposed to do. Well done. I'm proud of you. Okay,
Well done, passing grade.
cool. So,
Andy got a third.
you finish so leveling up. Obviously, you feel strengthened by your battle with the undead. You have all had a situation where you guys have got the feeling that you're going to need to head further into the forest to find out what's going on. So, have you all had a little bit of a rest just to check?
Yes, I would like to do this.
Why?
Cool.
Uh,
You can take this time to have a rest should you wish.
I'm a
At the
robot.
end of the rest, I'm going to go up to Ipok and hand him a necklace and say, well, seeing as you're getting punched and stabbed a lot more than the rest of us, and old Chatterbox over there, motioning to Terry, seems to be able to keep just not dying, I figured I'd level the playing fields a little bit, and I'll give him a periactive wound closure.
Ooh, nice.
Which I can make now. Well, infuse.
Yep. You should be able to find that in just a thing of your in items under the whatever you call it,
Yeah,
compendium. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
So, do you want me to add that to your items book, or can you do it? Yeah, I'll do that for you. I mean, I've got it loaded up, so boop, added. It's now here at the bottom. Brilliant. Classic Richard. Just reskin everything. Excellent. Cool. So you have a long rest. And amongst yourselves, you decide that you're going to have to head further into the forests. Okay. After you wake, it is sort of late afternoon, and you head on into the forest. Can everybody roll me a survival check?
Okay.
Rather die.
Fuck yeah!
I stand by my point. God, no.
That is amazing. Okay, so
That's a forage for food. Robot.
as you work your way through the forest,
By burning everything.
you as a party, you are not the most subtle. you stumble around, making an awful lot of noise. But no sort of injuries happen. Beeps slips and twists his ankle, and then realizes that that's entirely okay for a Warforged, and he just rotates it back.
I'm still going to make a big fuss about it, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Twice the crunch, yeah.
Those of you who don't have forgotten that Beeps is currently glowing gold for an unknown reason.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was going to ask about that, but didn't want to draw too much attention.
Oh, it has everything to do with the noise. So as he slips and twists his ankle, he makes out quite a loud noise. Thank you.
That was a strange noise.
Right.
Terry, however, seems to make it through perfectly fine. No injuries, but his way of getting through the forest is just to whack everything out of the way. So it's not subtle; it's quite loud. As you guys make your way through the forest, you stumble through and find a path, and are presented with this. Unfortunately, due to the noise, there is absolutely no chance that you're going to be able to sneak up on them. And as soon as you step into the clearing, unfortunately, you have to roll initiative.
Oh, nuts.
You
Right.
should be appearing here. Your token should exist. Well done.
Beeps, glowing gold, stumbles into the clearing and then loudly announces that he wants to try and sneak. You should sneak up on them, colleague.
Oh, wrong page.
Are we meant to be able to see the whole map?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes, you
Well,
are.
to be honest, we're going to get stabbed. Well, you guys are. I probably won't. I'm glowing gold. I assume this means I'm invincible.
I mean, it's only logical.
I'm so waiting for the discovery that this glowing gold means I'm about to explode.
I just remembered that I need to make sure that I get these guys to roll as well.
are you meant to be scaled for the squares?
Oh yeah, also disclaimer guys, there is a problem with the scaling in this entire session. Don't ask me why.
Should we just stick? Are the squares still 5 feet?
Your characters will still move like 5 feet. Like in terms of the squares themselves, it's just that you guys are all going to be smaller than the
I
squares.
don't think there are
Yeah,
squares.
I'm not locking to anything. I can just move as I want.
Oh, I can make.
I
Wait, wait.
Okay, yeah.
I can fix this.
You can adjust the grids, guys.
Pardon?
You can adjust the grid size.
Yeah, but it wasn't working. So
Hey, there we go. All right.
There.
I'm just going to ignore part of the grid, and to help with that,
I think
You're
I've
gonna
now
do
fixed it so the grid is there, but you can't see. No.
Yeah, that's fine. That's close enough.
yeah, that'll do.
But just
Somewhere.
disclaimer, that's going to be the whole session. Just deal with it.
How is this? We're like overlapping
Yeah, don't worry
other
about it.
tokens. Yeah,
It's 'cause
yeah,
the
no
grid-
worries.
The grid that we're seeing is on the background.
You have a very
The grid that you're
intimate
seeing
relationship
is on the
with your
picture.
robot.
Yeah, no, I know, but like I'm able to come over here and just like overlap partly with like Groz.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
That's always
Okay.
been the
That's cool.
Don't worry about it. It's absolutely totally normal. Don't look at the guy behind the curtain.
that's always been the case, and you can always overlap characters.
Yeah, but I didn't think it would happen when you like if you the grids should be separate.
Okay, put him
No.
on the curtain. It's because the tokens, when I created them for this particular map, because there wasn't originally a grid, are slightly larger than the grid that's then appeared. In the
That's no,
background.
that makes sense. That's okay. Yeah, no, I'm with you now.
There we go.
That's cool.
Fucked up making this map, and I didn't realize about it until this morning. Bear in mind, I made this last week. Yeah, it was a bit awkward,
This is going to be confusing as well.
but it's fine. You know, it's okay. It's okay. Right.
That's what
So
you've got new spells.
as you walk in there,
Same.
this elf turns around and looks at you with cold, milky eyes, and has absolutely no expression on its face. as it slowly walks towards you.
Is it worth us using the arrow keys to move so we can move our set movement?
Yeah, sure.
Because every click is 5 feet, probably.
Basically, every grid thing is about 10 feet on the actual, like on the map, if that helps.
Yeah, probably.
There you go. And that'll be its go. Terry.
Right. I'm gonna.
Very quiet, Terry.
Hello.
It's all right.
Hello.
Carry on.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
I need some whiskey.
Yeah. Terry spent his time
Whiskey passes
just
out.
slurring the word, pulls out a bottle of whiskey and drinks it. He is now unconscious.
Gonna enter some. I'm gonna run first, actually.
Goodbye. Oh, wait, run towards the end. I thought I'm just gonna run away.
Yeah.
I'm over this.
I'm
Fuck it.
leaving. Bye. Have I got anything that helps me? That gets me some more movement?
Why don't you try moving the movement first and see how far you get?
I have 40.
So you'll be able to move 4 of the map squares, Andy.
I mean, based on the scale, we can move a long way.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's as far as
What
I
he
can move. Who added this to my character sheet?
What is it? Mate, you rolled really high on that one.
76 dickhead is pretty
Aye.
good.
Yeah, you must be like pretty massive on the dickhead.
I am top dickhead.
Actually, considering that's a D500, it's actually really bad. But
And you're the plus
I-
109 to being a bell end.
I think it was Dan who did this.
I did do this. I can't remember why I did this.
Him, because he's God.
I did this last session, and I don't remember why I did this.
I don't remember why, but I stand by my decision.
Yep. Past me clearly was a genius.
I don't remember why, and I don't care.
You deserved it.
I'll enter some rage, and I'll throw my javelin at him, at the guy in front of me.
Okie doke. Throw your javelin for me.
I get really confused playing 2 different types of characters.
They're virtually the same.
Yeah, I know. I get 2. Do I get 2 attacks? Well, I'm not even. Oh.
It's really concerning to me when one of your characters is virtually the same as a goose, as an angry goose that you have created to
I
harm.
mean, if anything, Terry
more
Lockjaw has
complicated
flown a
character.
lot more than his goose character has.
That's true.
No. So Terry,
Legitimately, I've included that as part of the lore of the world.
Are you going to let me have my extra attack with my javelin?
I will say you can throw a second javelin if you have a second javelin. Your first javelin, as you throw it, completely misses and embeds in the ground 5 feet behind your target.
I'm gonna pull my second one out because I have to, definitely.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. And Terry looks quite furious at the javelin in the ground, pulls out a second one, seemingly from nowhere,
As if by magic.
and throws a second one, and it spears the wraith straight through the chest, and pins it to the floor behind. Cool. Anything else, Terry?
End of my turn.
Excellent.
Can I also enter frenzy? Oh no, I can't enter frenzy, can I?
If you have a bonus action,
If you still have a bonus action,
to enter frenzy?
is it a bonus action to rage or not?
Yeah.
If it's a bonus action to rage, is it a bonus action to frenzy as well?
Oh yeah, no, that doesn't
I
matter.
think it's just part of your rage. Your
That's what I
rage is
thought.
just
Oh,
a
no, it is,
frenzied rage.
Yeah, frenzy's just a type.
Okay, then yeah, we'll just say you. Yep, cool, all good. All good.
Yeah.
You are frenzied.
It means I can now make a third attack as a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Okay.
So I definitely have 3 javelins, by the way.
Are these
Definitely.
these things are dead, right?
Can you
Probably want
roll
to kill us.
insight check for me, please? They are definitely. Well, they're not dead so much as they're undead.
Good enough. What's the weather like?
It is clear. The sun's quite low in the sky. But otherwise, it's like quite clear, quite nice weather.
So there's
Couple of
definitely
clouds.
sunlight abound.
Yes, yeah. It's probably the sun is setting,
Okay.
but there is sunlight.
Do they seem bothered by the sunlight?
They don't seem particularly bothered by the sunlight. But you haven't seen them do anything yet.
This is true. I'm just wondering what they are. Supposed. Undead something. Potentially vulnerable to sunlight. Cool. Right. Is it my go?
It is your go.
Oh, bloody good. Let's.
Oh, right. Actually, thinking about it, you rolled a 22 on your insight, so I will tell you. While they don't seem hurt by the sunlight, they do seem like they're struggling to see as a result of the sunlight.
Right.
That's
Killian's going to shout to Terry that he needs to like block the path, hold the line, do the thing, don't let them past.
Okay.
Can you do that, Terry?
Can we say that again?
Why is Terry's token slightly smaller than everyone else's? Or is it just that the turtles is bigger?
Don't know what you're talking
What
about.
do you want me to do?
Don't let them past you.
Cool.
I'm trusting a turtle to help you out with that one.
I don't know. I've seen a pretty
Me.
push next to me. I was gonna eat it.
Excellent.
We're going to melt these bastards if it's the last thing we do.
Cool. Can you post me your thing that stops people from getting hit for me? Your crafted thing that you have.
Sculpt spells.
Yes. Thank you. Also, where's the line? Can you draw the wall of fire for me?
Yeah, I might need a bit of input on how long 60 feet is.
6 squares are on the map.
6 squares long.
Yeah, it's quite long.
That's not working, is it? Meant to snap the grid. Why? Can you delete that? No, I can't select it for some reason.
Where is it? There. Yeah.
Right at the top.
Oh, gone.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ish.
Okay.
Why can't I select that? I want
Dunno.
to move it slightly further down, but I can't. Slightly further, like onto the black line.
Like that. I can do that.
So it's slightly to the right, so it's in line with the sort of edge of the square, and slightly further down. Can't select it, I don't know why. Anyway, the effect is there. That'll do. Perfect.
Cool. We create a wall of fire. So Killian roars out something in Dwarvish quite aggressively. and fire springs up from around the path. Unfortunately, it does begin to set fire to the foliage around you. Just be aware of
That
that.
tracks.
Yeah.
I've heard examples of that, but
I've heard tales of this.
We didn't come here to save a fucking elf forest. We came here to murder some undead bastards. Well, we got met by a
I
lich and a
think
bunch
Sam
of
might be role-playing campaign.
Just gonna make little things of fire.
Oh, this is gonna win well, boys.
Cool.
I mean,
Here's
would you
how that
argue
works.
that the fire that my evocation creates is the effects of my evocation spells?
True, but what's your sculpt spells say?
Beginning at second level, you can create pockets of relative safety within the effects of your evocation spells.
Yep.
Oh.
When you cast evocation spells that affect other creatures that you can see, you can choose a number of them equal to 1 plus the spell's level. Doesn't say anything about foliage and trees.
It mentions the spell's damage, though.
The chosen
You're
creatures.
not talking about trees.
Yep.
Mm.
Thank you very much. That's why I wanted you
Trees
to
aren't creatures.
Sorry, yeah, I'm starting my campaign. Trees are people too.
Trees are people too.
I still created the fire.
You did create the fire.
The fire in the wood is an effect of my evocation spell.
Okay. So what
And I
level
can
is
What level is my evocation spell? Level 6.
level 6? Okay, so you save 6 plants plus Terry. The remaining plants in that wall of fire start to catch fire.
Wait, who said plants are creatures?
You upcast that shit to 6.
If you're arguing that plants are creatures,
No, I'm not arguing. I'm arguing that all of my allies are immune to the fire from the plants.
okay. Oh, okay, right. I
I'm
see.
arguing that the plants are on fire, but I created said fire, therefore it's still part of my spell.
I will argue that's fine, but as it starts to spread, it no longer is part of your.
Has anyone got a strong breeze?
I do, but I have other plans, and I feel like blowing a large wind on it to like push it away is just going to push it into more trees.
Yeah, but it'll push it into the enemy.
To create a tornado of fire, that does sound cool. Shit.
Hang
yeah,
on.
okay,
Hang
I
on.
talked myself into it.
I could have just this is fuck.
Sam, you started a fire in a forest. Deal with it.
I could have been way more smart about this. though.
Specifically,
Yeah, you could have been. You could have been, but you weren't. So deal with it.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda.
I am God. You fucked up.
I've been in the pub.
Is Killian going to do anything else?
Killian would like to rearrange his wall of fire, but you're not going to let him, so fuck it.
You can arrange it.
I can rearrange the wall.
You go. Oh no, not rearrange it. No. Not after the fact that you realised after you set fire to the trees that was a bad idea. Stars.
I could have made it. It's now occurred to me I should have made it more of a U shape so it didn't burn the trees. But what are you gonna do?
It's fine.
Alrighty.
Is that
Bring
your
on the
turn?
elves.
Oh, worse has happened.
It's fine.
We're gonna
So-
give the fucking wraith in front of me a moon.
Moon, brilliant.
I'm gonna moon him.
It doesn't look at you. It is currently fixated on Terry Lockjaw.
Gonna be fucking roasted soon.
Yeah.
I'm gonna point to the turtle and point to the gap next to the lockjaw and be like, "You there now, please."
Okay. It is an undead elf's turn. And he
But you don't understand. If you can block the path, they'll just keep burning.
and that'll be his turn.
We can have much barbecue.
Ross.
there.
Oh, them. Alright. I'm gonna.
You
1,
want to let
2,
them get close
3,
enough that they
4.
can hit the fire, but not far enough they can get through it.
6. I'm gonna cast. Fuck it. I'm just gonna cast Firebolt. This one.
Okay. Can you roll damage for, or roll the attack for me?
Yeah. Where is it? It's been a while.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah. 25 damage. God damn.
Excellent. So Groz fires out a small bolt of fire. It actually looks quite small when you originally cast it, and it flies through the wall of fire. It comes out the other side, significantly larger, and crashes into the white on the other side of the wall, and it begins to burn. And there's a sickly smell of charred, rotten meat.
Nice.
Excellent. Anything else?
Then Scraps is going to come over here and sort of get. He's gonna hold and to hit an enemy if it comes within range, and that'll be our turn.
No problem.
Look at it, Ipok. Like you're being shown up by Scraps.
Scraps got there first. He's thirsty for blood.
Scraps knows how to hold the line. Honestly.
Okay, roll for an attack for me. With advantage because Gideon isn't expecting it. Nice. Okay. Yeah, I believe that is. Dex saves, isn't it? Well, just gonna roll a dex save for all of them. That is very unfortunate. They rolled a nat 20 on the dex save. So they still take damage. In fact, I'll roll it 3 times then because that seems a bit unfair. There we go. I believe you are correct. It's fine, don't worry. So, Ipuk slams the spear into the ground. Ice shoots out along the ground. This guy at the top shambles out of the way and just gets glimpsed by it. These two get speared straight through. So this guy here currently has 2 different shards through him, one of ice and one of javelin from Terry. He is becoming a very odd-looking porcupine. Cool. Anything else, Ipuk? You're going to enter rage. Fantastic.
Hell yeah.
Cool. You are a ragey boy. Okay.
Yeah, I can just close my nose.
Anything else? Fantastic. Okay, it is this boy's turn. And he is going to shuffle a little bit closer. And that'll be his go. So it is now the white's turn. And this top boy proceeds to shamble forwards.
Advancing slowly.
And as he enters the wall of fire,
He takes
Killian?
33 fire damage.
he takes 33 fire damage.
Unless you want me to roll it each time.
Nope, that's fine. I will take that as gospel for this one because that makes my life a little bit easier. Excellent.
Is he in range of
He is in range of scraps.
Scrabble? Smack it.
Oh. No. Yeah. So as he steps into the fire, the combination of scraps and the flames start to just hack and tear chunks out of his body. And it is already looking in a bad way. It reaches out and touches Scraps, and can Scraps roll me a Constitution save, please?
Oh no, not scraps. 14?
Uh,
Oh, not scraps.
Scraps is perfectly fine.
Yay!
Let's double check. Pass it, yeah. And then this one steps a little bit forwards and enters the fire. And let me just double check the save for this one.
Motherfucker.
Oh wait, do they make a save when they walk into it or not? No, they just take the damage, don't they? Sam, they walk into the fire.
Yeah, no, they get a save when it's first created.
Cool.
But otherwise, if they walk into it once it's there, they just take the damage.
Excellent. So it walks into the fire and immediately just turns to ash.
Yeah.
There's a hiss of steam as the ice shard that's piercing its body just immediately evaporates, and the javelin that Terry originally threw, you'd normally expect it to be a sort of a glowing red in the heat, but seems to be perfectly fine and quite cool.
Well,
I'm just counting it as part of Terry's person. This guy steps up and again steps into the fire and immediately disintegrates.
Hey, level 6 for fire is fucking brutal.
Beeps, who is currently glowing.
here's the glowy boy. Right, well, Beep,
Wait, there's another one.
step up
Oh
here.
shit! Yeah, you're right. Sorry, he just shuffles forward. He's getting closer.
All right then. So Beeps is going to cast a Scorching Ray, which does 3 bolts, but he's going to upcast it to do. Hang on, 1, 2, 4, 5. So he's going to upcast it to do 5 bolts because
Nice.
Beeps is an overachiever like that, and I'm going to use my Winds of Chaos to give myself advantage because, again, I'm an overachiever, and each of these bolts, they're going 1 on each, and I'm going to go from left to right on the enemies as to who's getting hit.
Nice.
So, boom, here they come.
Fuck.
Blap.
Oh shit!
Nice set of rolls.
Nice. So left to right. What are you gonna do? Okay, cool. Right, that's fine. What about? Oh no, it makes sense. Never mind. So
I think they're all. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I can see it. Alright, I've got eyes. Shut up.
Those are some very consistent rolls.
I know. Like, I'm really pleased with those rolls because like the lowest is fucking 21. Like, what the shit? The lowest I rolled was a 12.
And then for damage as well.
Yeah.
The damage is nice and consistent. Apart
For
from that crit.
2d6, like
Yeah.
So, as your bolts of fire shoot out across the jungle, the white closest to you disintegrates into ash. All the others take a bolt to the chest, but otherwise seem perfectly fine.
Nice.
Okay.
With that, Beeps is going to give finger guns and end his turn.
Excellent. Roll for finger. No, I'm kidding.
Have a roll then.
So as the turn comes to an end, the fire gets a little bit bigger. Oh. And it gets a little bit darker.
Hmm.
That's not working, is it? Okay. Cool. And it's this boy's turn. And he is going to make some steps across Leverage. I probably should have given these guys a little bit of the old range damage. Definitely didn't. Cool. And that'll be his turn. Terry.
Right. Gonna oil my chair.
Nah.
Uno, dos, tres, and then I had what 4 is. Am I within melee distance there?
Yes.
I am gonna great axe this fuck
Okay.
recklessly.
You may not live to regret that.
Huh? I may what?
So you may not live to regret that.
I may not live to regret that.
Maybe.
I'm confused.
We shall see.
Okay. That's a hit.
And again.
Okay. Roll again.
Oh,
And that will kill it.
I eat my words.
And then I believe I have another attack as a bonus action.
Yes, because of your frenzy.
I only have javelins. And I didn't explicitly say I picked javelins up. But
You didn't specifically say you picked up the javelin that I very specifically mentioned was cold and available for being picked up.
can I pick the javelin up and throw it?
You will have to go back to get it.
Okay, I should go. How much movement have I used? 4? How much do I have? 8.
I'd say you can go back and get it and be in the same position, but that'll be your movement done.
I'll go. Can I go back to here?
Yeah.
And get it and then throw it at that fuck
Yes,
from here.
that is fine. You can also return to your original spot if you wish with that movement.
Oh. Oh. Does my
But-
reckless attack still stand?
Is there any reason why it wouldn't work for a ranged throw?
I don't know. It just says. Oh, it does say melee.
Melee weapon. Yeah, no worries.
Oh shit! Sorry.
Well done. Just repeat it. Yep, well done.
I tried to close
It
it.
still says melee.
Okay. Yeah. Then I guess that misses.
Are you? Oh.
Yep. Have you rolled the javelin? Oh, you have. Oh, yeah. That. Okay. Brilliant.
What's wrong with you?
As you turn around, pull the javelin out of the.
Hang on. Why is Sam pissed?
Because you could have moved back to where you were, and then they would have burnt when they arrived, but you didn't.
It's fine. As you turn around and throw the javelin, you throw it quite viciously, and it lands in the corpse of the wraith you've just killed.
I'm obviously going to go and get that then.
Excellent. Right. Killian. You're up.
One, 2, 3, 4. Slightly bit of you. And burn, motherfuckers. Fireball!
Nice. Okay.
We're gonna burn that bridge down.
Yeah. I'd say, where are you doing that?
I'm gonna dodge it about. What is it? It's 20-foot radius, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Ideally, enough to get all 3 of them without touching this bush.
I'd say that's doable. I'd
Well,
say if you do it, if you aim for like over the lake,
Yeah, none of the bushes, all the
river,
men.
even, fireball
You get-
shoots out.
And the bridge. Let's set the bridge light. Let's fuck it, guys.
The bridge does catch fire, but it being over a river, it's not burning as well as you'd expect. But you hear a popping sound as it does begin to heat up with the fireball.
Sizzling.
Was it a deck save?
Yeah, for half damage. And
Ooh.
if I
Oof.
remember this, no resistances to this bastard.
Yeah, I mean they don't have resistance to fire.
I'm just checking.
That's fine.
I got that feat for a reason.
Cool. He fails. He
Oh shit!
what?
I completely forgot that I have this. So I can add 4 damage to all of my evocation attacks. So whatever I roll,
Okay.
I'll add that on my global damage modifier.
Yeah, that's fine. Excellent. Right. Anything else?
I'll moon them again.
You'll move them again. Again, they do not seem phased at all. Okay. This boy's turn. He is going to, spoiler alert, continue shambling forward.
Hang on. How come the bushes that I didn't intentionally set afire have now got a fire on them, but the bridge hasn't? But I tried to set a light.
Because it's covered, it's over a river, so it's slightly wet.
You're a really bad wizard. You're supposed to have lots of intelligence.
It was a level 5 fireball. Like that's hot bastard shit.
Yeah. Congratulations. It's scorched.
The top of it's not wet.
Set the river on fire.
So he shambles forward, and that is his turn.
You're going to end up burning Sam's character to death. A bit of irony, aren't you?
Nah, it's fine. Groz, it was your turn.
Yes.
Sorry, Killy just messaged me privately. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you.
3, 4, 5. Oh, let's check the wording of this. Oh dear. Aggressive. Okay, yes, I will. This might be stupid. Use my aggressive. Use aggressive as my bonus action to get a bit closer. I'm gonna cast Conjure Barrage.
Ooh.
Bam. So it's like a cone at them, and then dex save.
They do not survive. Well, they don't make it.
And just for some, can't move back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Scraps is going to come up here next to me and hold his ground, and he's going to hold an action to attack if they get close. And
Okay. Is that your turn?
yes,
Excellent. Okay. Ipuk, your turn. Excellent. Tell me about it.
I'm in.
Amazing. Okay. So, right, first off, so you're going to run and hit them. Right, okay. So, I'd say you're going to roll three strength checks. The first one with advantage, the second one a straight roll, and then the third one with disadvantage. As you hit all three. Do you have enough movement to hit them all? You definitely have enough. Okay. Roll me your strength checks, please.
You need me to roll strength check.
Okay, so I'm just going to roll. So, first guy survives, but is knocked prone on the ground. Which I need to remember that one. For that one. The second guy is knocked into the water. And the third guy had to beat a 10, rolled a double 1, and he falls into the water as well. Excellent. It is flowing. It's not a particularly fast moving river, but
Which direction is it actually flowing? I really can't tell from the picture.
that way.
That you just pinged it. Like, I don't know what that
Oh.
like.
Yeah, that is exactly the right.
just the ping. I'm like, great, that's a river.
Yeah. Sorry, did you not gather a 2-dimensional movement by a 1-dimensional ping?
No, actually, as it turns out.
You weakling.
No, it's
so much easier when you're omnipotent.
Look, okay, I have an 8. Don't expect me to get these things.
Okay, cool. Is that your entire action and bonus action? Fantastic. Great move. I will then say it is this
I have a
boy's.
question.
Yes.
The unfortunate arsehole elves who fell into the river, are they standing on their feet in the river or are they forward prone?
They're currently prone in the river.
Right.
They don't breathe, so this guy, it's his turn, and he proceeds to float down the river, and manages to. Well, he hasn't got caught on the rocks yet. He hasn't got that far, but he does manage to right himself, and that is his go. He is just in the river, just floating, just
How deep
treading.
is the gorge?
Pardon?
How deep is that gorge?
It's probably about 5-10 feet. Enough for someone to easily be able to get down there, but you wouldn't want to try and take like a horse and carriage down and up again.
So they have carriages then.
I mean, the undead don't, because they don't know how to ride them. Yeah. Their bad smell. Oh, that reminds me. Actually, Richard. Can you roll me 3 con saves as well? Sorry. Thanks for reminding me of that.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Fuck you, Richard.
Yeah.
Wow.
Literally. Okay, so you take so 2,000 a save. Yep, 10 poison damage. From the stench of the 3 of them as you get super close. It's all right. Cool. It is now. Any of the whites left up? Nope. See you later. It's now Beeps' turn.
Beep, beep, beep.
He's still glowing brightly.
Yes, Beeps is glowing gold. He's going to step forward, confident that he's figured out this glowing gold bollocks. He's going to hold out both of his hands.
Yep.
And he's going to twin spell on. Hang on. From my position, can I see the dude in the river?
I'd say you can't see him, but you
Mhm.
are able to. Can you roll an insight check for me?
When I find insight, yeah, there it is. Boom. Oh,
You
shit.
were able to work out roughly where they'd be based on him falling into the river.
Have got spell sniper, so like
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, Beeps is gonna twin spell a disintegrate.
Nice.
Oh god damn.
On, I guess, this dude on the bridge, is he still alive? I can't think.
Yeah, both guys on the guy on the bridge is this guy's
He's
alive,
knocked down.
but not down. This guy is alive, but he's also in the water, not on the bridge. He's fallen in.
He is he? Okay, right.
Moved in there,
Well, oh yeah, okay, cool. All right, I will cast it on the two dudes in the water then.
Okay.
So here are two disintegrates. Blap and Blap.
Fuck. Yeah.
DC 17 deck save, and we'll say the first roll will go for the one at the top. Because why not? Fuck that guy. Disintegrate does like really good damage.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, look, the second one, 65 force damage, is a terrible roll. It's a really bad roll.
Twin spell disintegrate. That's
They
bad.
did
It
not
really
make it.
helps.
Which one's which? Sorry, which one's which? Which one hit?
The first one is for the top one.
So the top one, he turns to dust.
Yeah. Sludge. He's in a river.
Sludge. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the second guy.
I
Yeah.
have a boring rules question.
Yeah,
Does that spell require line of sight?
we've already
Got the
established.
spell
that he knows.
sniper, and we've gone over this.
I was getting beer.
Well,
Okay,
I
that's
would
fine.
like to. Can I change my spell to cast both disintegrates on Sam?
yes, you can. Yeah.
I apologise sincerely and please murder
Not
all.
even, not
Left
even
left,
Killian.
one on the right.
Just Sam in real life.
I said Sam.
Killian suddenly just stares emptily as though all of his ability to control himself has suddenly gone. As Sam turns to dust in his chair.
Sam turns to dust. Yes,
Excellent.
I would like to Thanos stab Sam.
Brilliant. So,
There's one thing here, and I can't believe I'm volunteering this information, but I need to roll on the wild magic table here.
do you? Excellent. What is the level of that spell?
It's a 6th level spell.
It's a 6th level spell.
And
Roll
I'm
a
still
d10
glowing
for me.
gold, if that helps.
You are
I don't know if that helps me or hinders it. Honestly, the glowing gold
Excellent.
is the
So,
most concerning thing to me.
suddenly you.
I don't know if I'm taking him to read this.
It's not so much to read. I'm just trying to think if there's anything I can do on your character to like show what this is,
Oh no.
and I don't think there is.
Right.
Okay, so is anybody looking at Beeps as he casts this?
Yes.
Excellent. So Beeps feels something odd on the top of his head. Are you able to feel your own your own self?
To be honest with you, I feel like that's a decision for you to make, but
Okay, in which case then you
feelings,
don't
the
feel
answer
it.
is no. But yeah.
You don't feel
Okay.
anything, but Killian, who is watching, watches as large rabbit-like ears protrude from Beeps' head,
Those.
and he is still glowing gold. Unfortunately, there's
Oh my
nothing
god,
on
Beeps
the
is
little
turning into the Ely.
he is.
Beeps is becoming a Playboy bunny.
And
Okay.
anything else? There, Beeps?
Yeah, I'd like to use a quicken spell.
Yeah.
Because I have no respect for sorcery points, like at all. To cast a scorching ray on. Is it just because one of those dudes is dead, right?
Yes.
Is
let
the
me
other
just-
one dead or?
No, the other one is not dead, but he is just missing large chunks of his body.
Right, I'm going to cast scorching ray, and I'm going to upcast it to do 2 bolts on each of them.
Okay.
First on the one in the river, second 2 on the one lying down. So
Okay.
there we go.
Yeah, that'll be enough for the first guy.
Again, finger guns.
The second guy, that first attack doesn't hit, but the second one does.
Smashing. He's
Not
sorry,
with ranged.
and these are ranged
I
attacks.
was going to
so they're
say,
actually at a
ranged is
disadvantage.
at disadvantage.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah, it probably does this.
So
Yeah.
the first one
Oh,
doesn't even hit either.
oh, rip.
Cool. Excellent.
You
Right.
should- all of my spells are going on you now. I'll find a way to get a spell slot.
Brilliant. So
That will be my turn, though. Beeps has rabbit ears, but does not know yet because nobody has told him.
at the end of your turn,
hmm
the sun sinks below the horizon, and it becomes nighttime.
Oh, that seems bad.
Daytime.
Ooh,
How cool was that, guys?
That was really
that was very
awesome.
cool.
That was very cool. Yeah. I
Thank you.
like that.
Thank you very much.
Daytime.
I'm waiting for the map to load. It's really blurry. Right?
Daytime.
I'm still excited.
I don't know how to do that.
I'm
So
giving myself a glowing
Can,
thing as well.
There you go.
can you duplicate the turn order? Or at least tell us where we be.
it's at the top of the turn order.
The
Turn order should still be on the screen.
is
It is,
blank.
but it just doesn't have us in it.
Our rolls and
How's that?
go across. Nope.
That's
Still
ooh. How do I do this?
no
Go
idea.
back to the previous sheet.
You just tell us.
It's on
whenever
my
our
screen. Oh,
turn.
okay. It's on my thing, so I can still see it. I don't know why it's not showing that.
Nah,
Let
no,
me
worries.
try this again. Does that work?
No.
It's still blank.
Okay.
You
well,
just tell us whenever it's that'll be
it's the
fine.
top of the turn order, so don't worry. And in terms of the fire itself, give me a second.
Can I drop concentration on my wall of fire?
I mean, if you want to. Do you want to?
It's become rather redundant.
I mean, okay.
Wait, wasn't he dead a minute ago?
No, this guy was dead.
I thought he was dead too.
Oh, maybe. Let me check. Yep. You're right. You're right.
I was like, he's not getting back up again.
This is the problem of I copied these just after Beeps did his disintegration, but before he did the extra firebolts. All these tokens over. Because secrets. Okay. I know I shouldn't say it. My bad. Right, cool. So it is whose turn is it? Fucking hell. Words.
Journals gone missing for me.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Andy is like the 10 minutes late. It's brilliant.
He is 10 minutes late, isn't he?
I'll keep the firewall up.
Yeah, I'm just seeing if it was him or if it was the one that was dead because I need to delete them out. Yeah, it is Prone Boy. So he is going to stand up. He is no longer prone. And he is going to walk forwards. And he's going to reach out and attack Groz.
Scraps is going to hit him when he gets in range.
That's fine. Roll the attack for me.
Shit. Never mind.
Nope, that won't hit, unfortunately.
Right on me.
And he's going to attack you. Roll a nat one. But can you roll me a con save, please?
Sure.
I'm very concerned what this nightfall thing means. I'm ready for all these undead to
Ooh.
fight hardcore. Yeah, I like this.
What is
yeah?
that?
Did anybody
You take 2 poison damage.
Ah.
Okay. In which case, then that is that turn.
If you're not listening to grooving, you should be. Because
I am.
Reach out and touch.
Terry, it is your turn.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Can't move my token. Oh, no, I can. I'm gonna recklessly smack this motherfucker.
Yep. Might hit him.
Again. Yeah, no, I'll put that.
God, I wish there was a way to easily just add this math up sometimes.
There's a lot of numbers there.
I mean, Dan, if you want, we can start off and on it out.
54 is what I've got that as.
Someone stole your sweet roll.
That's probably not right, but hey, that's what I'm going to go with.
750. It's only 50.
50, okay, cool. Cheers, pal. Add an extra.
Idiot saunters.
Okay, Terry, is that your turn?
Maths is maths. It can only be right.
Wait a second, Dan.
Wait, is that
Can't wait
adding up
for
all the damage of his Great Axe attacks?
Wait a second, Dan. I also do that damage too.
Ah. Cool.
I'm only joking. I don't do that damage.
Oh. Lied to me.
Okay, I'm really confused. Is the 50 that
40.
you got, including the Force Empowered Ren?
Force empowered Ren.
No,
Isn't that-
that was from scraps that missed.
So were you just adding a bandage damage?
Andy damage is 40, not 50.
It was 1. Plus, he's got an extra 5 on it. It was 46.
Yeah, that
I'm so
5 is
confused.
Honestly, just Sam saying it was 50 got me so confused because I was like,
Yeah.
50 is 3 plus 3 plus 11 plus 3 plus 4 plus 12 plus 3 plus 3 plus 8. Slashing, rage, slashing.
No,
None of the other stuff.
it's not that much.
Are you sure? Because I've just done 3 plus 3 plus 11 plus 12 plus 4 plus 3
I'm just gonna sit here and
plus 8 plus 3 plus 3 does
yeah,
equal
it's just 3
50.
damage from his range. Yeah, sorry. I
Rage, yeah.
registered that as damage, yeah.
It is 50.
That
I've done the math on a calculator. We're all good.
32.
This is great listening for everyone. It is
50
Maths is hard.
Top quality entertainment people sign up for. Let's be real.
I know, right? If we had any fans.
Yeah.
I've got no fans.
It is 50. Well, I was right the first time.
Got no fan.
Killian, it is your go.
Something right that really can.
I can do maths, me.
Did,
Oh,
I not-
I'm a,
did we not kill that messy pizza bastard?
Not
is
this.
he not fucking dead?
Oh, yeah, no.
You did a messy pizza.
Oh, fuck that kid.
This guy didn't get hit by any of the big stuff.
I fireballed him.
Yeah,
Got him with a barrage.
yeah.
The
Which wasn't a very high
Took him.
barrage, to be fair.
Gonna
It
be
was
the
not.
barrage
It's
barrage.
it's an AoE.
But he didn't get hit by the disintegrate.
Oh yeah, he didn't. Let's fuck him up. Who's go?
Killian's go.
Oh,
Alright, bear with.
I'm not going anywhere.
Man. What's happened? I'm now sitting here listening to Fairground all.
I know, right?
I'll drop concentration on the wall of fire.
Okay.
We're punching shit now, boys.
Less.
That's quite the fist.
Excellent. So what are you going to do with the fist?
What do you think?
Give him
Jumping
a
up his bum.
crisp high five.
A crisp high five.
Yep.
Hang on, I have a character.
Bless you.
both of you.
Do I?
Mm.
He's gonna get decked.
That does it. How do you want to do it with this last guy?
I'm literally like into the ground, like pancake, nothing left.
Excellent. So you slam your hand down and it turns him into just a putrid puddle, spattering Scraps, Groz, and Terry in just putrid gore.
Nice.
Glorious.
In fact, Groz and Terry, can you roll me a con save, please?
Hell yeah, I can roll your con save.
Can't save.
Oh yeah, if you get to touch those.
Shit. Got a +7 to these. Fuck.
Okay. Terry, you are fine. Groz, you throw up.
Fuck, you know.
Cool. No, I mean, like, there's a river nearby, hint, hint. Beeps, because he can't smell, doesn't. Not Beeps, Scraps, because he can't smell, doesn't need to make the save.
Beeps also can't smell.
It smells like Terry's apple.
Okay. That is the end of combat.
Oof.
Success. Am I still glowing?
You are still glowing.
Still the Messiah.
I will tell you when you're not glowing, don't worry.
Groz kind of wants to search the bodies to see if there was any clue to anything helpful information.
There is nothing on them. There is just some old piece bits of armor, which is pretty much destroyed by all of them. Like, in terms of the guy in the river, there's no sign of anything apart from just mulch on the water. This last guy was holding a longsword, but it is bent and cracked in multiple places by the power of a fist that came down and crushed him.
Cool. Yeah, that's right.
Cool. Excellent. Right.
Alright. Let's fucking get out of here. This place smells like Terry's arsehole.
Oh, not
True that.
very dark.
So, with that, oh, whoops. Wasn't there? Oh my god, what have I done?
Cut the bottom off.
I have cut the bottom off. Don't have done that.
Do I
Okay.
still have rabbit ears, by the way?
You still have rabbit ears.
Yeah, cool.
Killian's going to point it out.
Yeah, Beeps will, I suppose, feel his rabbit ears and determine are these a permanent addition? Can I hear through them?
Beeps doesn't know, but he can hear through them. And when you touched your rabbit ears, you suddenly have a sensation of feeling in them.
Just in the ear.
I like
Yeah.
it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it.
You
Error
suddenly
protocol
understand.
engaged. Error protocol engaged. I have fleshy bits. I do not enjoy. I do not enjoy. Error. Error.
You don't have any sense of pleasure. You can't feel sensations.
Error. Error.
Cool.
Killian's going to just poke your ears.
So,
Run away.
do you keep are you going to carry on making your way through the forest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I will be panicking the whole time.
As you make your way through the forest, you eventually find a clearing that is safe to make a camp.
Did
And
I have a question?
Yep.
For the party.
Yep.
Did anybody take any damage?
Yes.
yes,
2 points of poison damage.
Disintegrate goes brrr.
After an hour of walking through the forest before you find your camp, the ears on Beeps disappear.
My God, Beeps was currently preparing a nice formal letter to request that Groz cut them off. So
Brilliant. I love that. They just
does everybody get a better off at Beeps? I know the answer, but still,
say again.
why does everybody get a bedroll apart from Beeps?
And Scraps does.
I know
Oh,
the answer,
no.
but like, yeah,
You can't feel anything.
that is true.
Excellent.
Ears are cold.
Sentry mode.
So you set camp for the night. Is anyone going to stand watch at all?
Beep, well, because sleep. Should
Scraps will.
Cool. So. Okay. Excellent.
Groz is dead. Yeah. Okay, Beeps is going to keep swiping his hand over the top of his head to check that he hasn't grown anything.
Brilliant. In which case, then, can everyone who's staying up, keeping watch overnight, roll me a perception check?
I'm going to sleep, and I'm also going to go and.
Ipuk, you spend the night and notice during the entire night that no ears appear on Beeps. Other than that, you notice nothing. Cool.
Love this song.
Beeps, you again are not paying attention.
Mostly
You're
on the
too
head.
busy running your hand over your head, trying to make sure that there aren't any ears there. Scraps, however, does his job
Actually does.
and notices during the night that there is somebody in the woods watching.
I like the idea. He doesn't tell any of us. Just like,
Just scrap if the person can tell that as he's there.
Pardon?
Can Scrap tell if the person watching them knows that he saw them?
Let's find out. Can you firstly roll me a insight check for me, please?
Not Scraps' best skill.
Hard to say.
Yeah.
Scraps can see that he is watching the party, or she. You know, it's just a humanoid shape. But can't tell if the figure knows he's been spotted.
Scraps would default to his normal of like just wake Groz up and like point it out to him.
Okay, so Groz, you wake up in the night.
Yeah, good.
Ipuk and Beeps are pissing about, looking at Beeps' head, and Scraps pointing south into the forest.
Do we not notice Scraps pointing?
Boy,
You do not notice.
little Timon stuck in a well again.
Just check the top of my head. Is there any flesh? Anything? If there is, just cut it off. I don't care. Just get rid of it.
Cool. So, what are you going to do, Groz? Are you going to grab the attention of Ipuk and Beeps, or?
Is subtly. That's what he's going to try and do, and just be like, lads, I don't know about you, but I'm proper. Gonna go for a little wander to, do nondescript things. Bye.
Do you understand what he's getting at? Like,
I think Groz is trying to be like eyes, like going like over there, pointing over there, and not over towards the thing.
Excellent. So, Ipuk is still not paying attention to anything that's going on. He is still just staring daggers into Beeps' head. Beeps suddenly comes to his senses and realizes that he hasn't been paying attention to the forest all night.
yes.
And turns round and looks over at the forest. And do you have dark vision?
No.
You're not paying attention, but Beeps, do you have
I
dark
thought
vision?
everyone had dark vision now.
I don't have dark vision.
I am sound asleep.
Do you not have yourself a?
I thought I built some.
Oh yeah, the goggles. I remember now. Yeah, because you built them into my eyes, because that's what
Yep.
I requested. So I didn't add them as an item because I was like, it's now part of my body.
Excellent. So
Yes,
I'd
so
say, can you guys roll me a perception check? Not you, Ipuk, because you're not paying attention.
Perception. Oh, I didn't see it.
Beeps is just looking at Groz.
Can I infer from Groz that he would like somebody to protect him while he goes to take a shit in the woods?
Yes.
He will, of course, generously volunteer. I will watch over you while you bodily function.
Groz will take his entourage of mechanical mechanical
Excellent.
friends into the
Mechanical
woods
shitting
for of
companions,
shit.
Can you also roll me a perception check as well, Gross?
Yeah, sure. My speciality.
What's in his road?
Oh,
Brilliant. Okay, so with that, you can see that in the woods is an elf.
oh, oh, shit. Okay. What do they look like?
They look like. Give me a second. Well, I just realised I need to hide all of the things that you can't see yet into the GM notes.
So there's more then.
To be fair, if you could see my GM notes, the Evil League of Evil, it's mostly like weird accent and
Boy.
likes feet, you know, like.
So you can see.
Oh, I hate him already.
Hello, hello there, little fella. Hey.
Is that-
It's the kind of artwork that Dan would play as a character.
Not at all. Mine are way more edgier. I know, right?
What's that?
So he steps from the woods and looks at you all and says, "Greetings."
I will raise my arm, or my disintegrator cannon, as I'm calling it from now on, in defense. It just looks like I'm just holding up my hand.
You notice that he has, although the picture doesn't show it, his bow is slung over the back of his, like over his back, like he's not visibly armed.
Classic hostile pose.
So he steps into the woods and looks at you all and asks, "Are you here to help us?"
Well, certainly can't make things much worse, can we?
I mean, you never know. You might be here to join the Lich.
Yeah, I mean, we are pretty good at fucking things up. But nominally, we've come to help out.
I believe you. I've been following you since you entered our
To
lands.
assist elves with undead issue.
So he asks if he can approach closer and partake in your fire.
Yeah. Pull up a pew there, love.
So
This will change his hostile hand to friendly hand, which is just constantly low-key waving.
approaches
Just a thumbs up.
Thumbs up, yeah. Just follows him.
and sits by the fire, noticing that at this point Terry and Killian are still asleep.
Probably
Oh yeah. Roz like, we got company.
We got company.
Cool.
Like a
Ipok has now noticed. Yes.
Just
Still
like,
looking at me.
guys, look over here.
Killian's going to give you one more chance and remain asleep.
No worries.
We're not. Yeah, Groz is not gonna sort of like test that one. He's gonna leave him. He's staying.
That's fine. He introduced himself to you all as, just update his character sheet. Introduced himself as Dave. No, he introduced himself as Etheras, and tells you that he is a scout for the Elven Kingdom.
Even his name's awful.
I mean, it's just a very elfy sounding name, isn't it?
Therefore, it is awful.
Yeah.
I can't tell if it's Sam being elf racist or Killian being elf racist. They are too indistinguishable at this point.
And he explains that he was a former noble, but since the Lich has taken over, he's been scouting out, looking for aid throughout the forest, and looking to help those who are trying to escape the undead hordes. He's been tracking you since you entered the forest, watching you guys fighting the undead throughout the villages and the woods themselves, and has decided to approach you this evening to seek your aid and ask if you would like to come with him to a nearby village to help fight the Lich. But first would like to rest with you as he is quite weary. And as you look at him, you realise that he is quite haggard. Clearly hasn't had much time to rest in days. He politely declines, explaining that as an elf, he doesn't need to sleep. He just wishes to meditate.
Beeps will extend a high five on the prospect of not needing to sleep.
Excellent.
Also, Beeps, having no sense of decorum, will respond to Killiam's whispered comments of, "I agree, he did not help us throughout the whole day. How suspicious. Shifty eyes, protocol engaged."
Gross is gonna tactfully ignore that and just toss him some rations.
Excellent. What are the rations that you're offering, by the way?
I'm imagining some very like hard tack, like something that like probably only like orcs and sturdy dwarves can eat. Basically, indistinguishable from rocks.
That's fine. So he will eat the tack. He won't touch any meats of any kind. But and he also takes out from his pocket like a handful of berries and roots that he's clearly dug in the forest themselves.
There's some very, very tough bread.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to. You see when he's no tack is biscuit.
Is it?
Biscuit is a very charitable description.
Oh yes, no,
but-
yes, you're right. Yeah, no, I was thinking of something else. Yeah, no, yeah.
I'm pretty sure tack is like it's like
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a really shitty biscuit, but yeah.
Sorry, the reason why I said that is because Killian messaged me saying tack is meat? Question mark. Like, definitely isn't.
It's basically flour and water. Like,
Yeah,
it's
it's
really shit.
yeah, pretty
If
much.
you've ever had tack, honestly, you never want to have tack again. Trust me.
So, him eating the tack, what he does is you just see him taking out a short sword, kind of like carving off small amounts and sort of almost sucking it until it becomes kind of more like easy enough to chew, and then swallows it. He clearly isn't enjoying it, but he hasn't got a bad word to say about it because he's too polite.
So, there's you. We was led to believe that all you elves were, I mean, excuse the expression, but dead as doornails.
You're not far wrong. A lot of us are. The nearby towns and cities have been ravaged by the undead. There can't be more than 1 in 20 of us left. 1 in 30. I'll tell you more about it when we get to the village. But for now, I need to sleep. And he proceeds to just close his eyes and turns into just sit still, almost like he's in a trance.
Gross is good, like, grumbling, like, fucking yourself, whatever.
After 4 hours, though, he wakes up and spends the rest of the night keeping watch.
The robots, how typical.
Is he goes back to sleep. He gives like the 2-finger like eyes like to like Scraps, like, and then he goes back to sleep.
That's fine, no worries. So, you all continue sleeping until the new day dawns. And did he do it again? Yes, he did it
What
again.
is this? Once was too many.
It's
Like,
transitions.
Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it?
It's
Excellent. As you wake up, Terry and Killian, you are greeted when you wake up by the sight of a very live and healthy, if ragged looking elf sitting within your party. Clearly not having a conversation with with Scraps, but just clearly enjoying the silent company of Scraps
not
as
Beeps.
they
Wow,
sit and Beeps is on the other side of the fire.
it's racist. Like, wow.
Um,
They're like, oh yeah, Scraps is cool. Beeps, no, he's alright. Yeah.
Beep.
The glowing metal matter would be fleshy.
All right, that's true. I'll give it that. Still not happy, but okay.
Brilliant. Are you going to say anything? I'm looking at you, Killian.
So Killian is going to wake up and walk up to the elf and literally get like nose to nose, like cartoon style, like face in face, and ask him what he is doing up in his business.
He replies in Dwarvish to you.
Cheeky fuck.
I mean you no harm and no disrespect. I'm merely here looking for aid.
Upon hearing foreign language, Beeps will engage foreigner protocol and ready spells.
Killian's gonna give his eyes just gonna twitch, and he's gonna back away slowly and sit down on his bedroll and sit down cross-legged and just stare at the elf without winking,
Okay.
without a word.
He
is also prepared at fireball.
Okay. The elf seems unfazed but wary.
Probably was.
And he proceeds to tell you the same thing that he told everybody in the party last night, that the forest has been taken over by a lich and that the Elven Kingdom has all been destroyed. And he wishes you to come with him to a nearby village to help fight back against the undead. He explains to you it is something he doesn't know what you're talking about, but it is something that might hint at how the lich is so powerful. No. So, in the morning, he takes you through to a nearby village, and as you get there, you find that it's filled with what looks like refugees. Not just elves are there, but other races too that were clearly visiting the Elven Kingdom and got caught in the invasion. You know, there's halflings and gnomes wandering around. It's pretty decent.
We've seen quite a few now.
Yeah.
This one certainly has more architecture than I'm used to.
So this one you can tell is clearly just a village that hasn't yet, and like almost like a town that just hasn't been destroyed yet, as opposed to something that's
Beeps
really
would like to engage suspicion mode, which just means that like a slide comes down into his eyes, so he's a bit squinty eye.
I love that. That's amazing. Brilliant. So, he takes you into like a nearby sort of house that appears to be being currently used as like a almost like a base of operations. So you walk in, there is just weapons lying around all over the place, clearly being in different states of repair. Some being sharpened, bows being strung, arrows being fletched. Soldiers, mostly elves, but other races as well, arming themselves up. And as you get there, Ethras explains to you that well, you kind of already know, but Lich has taken over taken control of the forest, renaming it from the Apricus Forest to the Deadwoods, and has taken over the palace. Which do any of you guys know? Can any of you guys roll me a history check? I'd say,
Yes.
Killian, you probably won't be able to do it because you're not. I'd say at disadvantage because you're not a fan of the elves.
I mean, I'm a very intelligent man because I don't like them. Doesn't mean I don't know anything about them.
Okay, fair enough.
I feel like he would only know things that he could use to ridicule them.
Okay. So,
terrible drivers.
to be fair, even with disadvantage, Killian, Groz, and Ipuk are aware that the palace is referred to as the Palace of Life. It's all pretty, in Killian's way, pretty wanky. Like it's just a fancy palace made of wood. And Athras explains to you that nobody's quite sure how that the Lich grew so strong and devastated the Elven forces so easily. There are dark rumours of a mysterious power being harnessed by him. There are also reports of the disciples of Fearcrag have been spotted walking among the undead, seemingly unchallenged, and sometimes helping out with some of the behaviours, leading people to sort of believe that this is a part of a greater plan. All they know is at the moment that the Lich is growing in strength, and that next to the palace is a prisoner's camp where the Lich and his minions are sacrificing the elven people in a dark ritual and turning them into his mindless army. And this happens at night. And that potentially a way of weakening his forces would be to destroy or free that camp.
Mm-hmm.
He also mentions that the only way to get into the palace, other than fighting through the armies of the undead that fortify the city, would be through a hidden pass in the dungeons. But every time they've sent anybody to try and infiltrate the dungeons, they've never been heard from again. And there seems to be some kind of dark, malicious presence felt there, just waiting.
Deeps resents the idea that a large, unthinking army is somehow evil.
Brilliant. And he hands you each of you a sheet, which is just like an intel report, which says that exact thing. And that is where we shall end this session. Although, if there's anything you guys want to do in the town before, feel free.
Is giving elves evils a valid pastime?
Yes, absolutely.
Giving elves what?
I also forgot to mention when you were fighting the undead. I totally forgot to mention this. I mentioned it at the time. You did find this.
Ooh, claimed.
Book is fancy.
Terry wants to just smash it up.
Beeps would like to install it inside of himself. But...
I mean, interesting. Does anyone want to try and identify it?
Yes.
Can Terry lick it to identify it, please?
Do you have the spell identify?
Honestly,
Yeah.
I really want Andy to make a wizard at some point who just licks things to cast
have-
That
spells.
would be amazing.
I have
His
the spell.
bodily functions are all of his spells.
I have
Excellent.
the spell lick. Oh, I now have a. Oh, yeah.
It is
Well, I've now made a complete
revealed to be
feat.
a tome of leadership and influence.
What is this?
This is a book that contains guidance for influencing and charming others. The words are charged with magic. If you spend 40 hours over a period of 6 or fewer days studying the book's contents, your charisma score increases by 2, as does your maximum for that.
Just saying, guys. Charisma. How we all doing? Yo, that would give me 22 charisma. I'm in.
Beeps, this looks like a lot of fucking
So
talk.
I'm picturing it's a book on how to interact with humans or something like
Yeah.
that. This is fascinating. I never even thought of that.
Brilliant.
A guide to bodily functions. Yeah.
I think this would be best for you, mate.
Beeps will promise to use this for good.
No problem. So at the moment, I would say like you haven't had enough time to read it. You can
Yeah,
choose
of
if you
course,
want to start reading it or not.
Immediately.
Okay, cool. So I would say that you spend half of a day reading it before you get to the village, and if you want to spend the remainder of your time in the village before next session reading it, I will allow that.
I mean, Yes.
Excellent. Everyone else, you're going to get 2 days of sort of downtime.
Oh, I'd like to engage Groz.
Engage Groz. Okay, so Groz, are you going to say yes?
Yeah. What's
I mean,
so sudden?
And
You'd like to engage with Groz. My
Yeah.
goodness.
Yeah.
I'm
Do
excited.
you have a
To
ring?
be honest with you.
hang
Can
on,
I
hang
be a
on,
ring
hang on.
bearer?
Can you roll a career?
Oh, okay.
Dan's gone down to
Well,
his lair. What
that
is
was-
happening?
He moved me, and I feel offended.
What? Oh, they're all going away from us. Like,
If anybody would like
Yep.
a pleasant listening experience, listen to that.
can you
Watch it.
make it next on Groovy?
No, you have to watch the video to get the full.
All right, I'll mute Groovy then. Piss off Groovy. We're done. I do love Civ 6's theme, so you know I'm in.
It's just a pleasant watching and listening experience for your
Oh,
eyes. And
yeah.
ears.
I'm like 10 seconds in. I'm already in. It's quite nice to do that. My main problem, I literally got banned from playing as Venice in Civ 5 because I play them a lot and I'm quite good as them. But I really enjoy Venice because it's the one where you're not allowed to build any other cities. It's the one city challenge, and all of your other cities become automated. So like, I really fucking enjoy Venice. I think it's great.
On Civ 5, I've got 145 hours,
Yeah, I got a few more than that.
and on Civ 6, I've only got 22 hours.
I've got 474 on Civ 5 and 190 on Civ 6. And we're not going to check Civ 4 because that's illegal.
Is it?
It's in that region, yeah. Problem is, mostly played on mods. So like whatever the time is, that's not including the time that I spent playing multiplayer, which was mods. So
I don't know what the highest time count on a game on Steam for me is. I think it's Garry's
outside
Mod.
is Gmod, yeah. Outside of Steam, it's 100% is WoW.
I've got
Right.
about 300 hours on Gmod. I think that's the most I've played on Steam.
I've periodically tried to count up my playtime in WoW, and it's a lot. It's probably too much.
What's your give us a guess?
Honestly, I'd have to be measuring it in months at this point, dude. Like, I can't measure it in hours. Like, it's way too much for that.
Are you Brotato?
What?
Is anybody Brotato?
No, what? Oh, is that somebody you've got on Steam or something?
Someone's on Richard. I can see Richard online, and then I can see Tato. And
I don't even know if you have me on Steam, so. What are you called?
on the Godfather on Steam.
Oh, no, yeah, I don't know if you don't. Because literally, I've thought you were Andy on Steam. That's somebody else.
I've also got a friend called George Bush was an inside job. I don't know who that is.
Oh, shit, yeah. Literally, I've had a dude called Andy on Steam for ages, and I've been assuming it was you.
Turns out it wasn't.
It's not. It's someone else.
Was last online on Steam 9 years ago.
Jesus.
Brilliant.
I clear people off after like a year. I'm just like, cool, you're done, bye.
Love that. So, beeps.
Beep beep.
You, in your 2 days, read the tome and increase your charisma to 22.
I am the most charismatic robot you have ever encountered. I will seduce all of you. As well, so the book says that it loses its magic but regains it in a century. I plan on being alive then, so can I just store that in my chest cavity?
Yes, you absolutely can.
Fantastic. There's nothing useful in there anyway, so yeah.
Yeah. By the way, great song. Whoever chose this.
Of course,
Cool.
I literally just searched Burn on YouTube and saw that music I'll do.
Pick the worst possible choice for what you were looking for. Yeah. So that is Beak sorted for 2 days. That is Killian and Groz sorted for 2 days.
I have a 10 in persuasion.
That's amazing.
And
Ipuk
intimidation.
and Terry, you have 2 days to do whatever you wish for 2 days.
Can we please have him learn some like really elegant fighting style? So it'll be this big turtle like spinning around and blade dancing. That too.
That would be amazing. I would say, let's have a look. Let's work. Yeah. I'd say that you spend some time working with the elves and you gain a +1 with bows of all kinds as a global modifier. They teach you how to shoot. Also, just as a point, you have a lot of money, Beeps, I think. If I remember correctly.
What?
I think he has a lot of money.
I have like 500 gold. Is that a lot?
I know it's not who. Somebody had like a fuck ton of gold. It might.
Yeah, who's that?
Oh no, I remember. Never mind. It was Never mind. Terry had the most, but there was someone else who had like a ton. But
Beats is just to buy food, so he can smash it on his faceplate.
well, I mean, you could have put it in your ears beforehand.
No.
Oh no, I remember. It was literally. Sorry, apologies.
I
No, it
don't
was
have
just Gloz
ears.
has so much money because he's got all of his gold plus all the random gems and things that were in his inventory. So yeah, ignore me.
Yes.
Cool, Terry. What are you going to do for 2 days?
You lose.
I again just anything I can do to get stronger or better.
Anything you can do to get stronger and or better.
I got confused and chose music for the wrong campaign again.
I want to be a better lightsman.
He's like, why are we listening to Game Girl much?
Why not?
I'd say that you work with the armorers and are able to get
better.
a collection of 5+1 javelins.
Mwah.
Which I can.
Does that mean?
Andy, you don't need to edit that before you start editing it. You can just find them and just add them to your. I'll just do it. There you go. Javelin +1.
Where's my javelin +1?
Oh, why is it not working? Why is it not dragging? Give me a sec. Oh, I've probably dragged it into the wrong person. Yep, definitely just dragged it into Beeps. Whoops, delete that out.
Beeps has learned many. I don't know. I didn't even see it, so you're good.
She's gone for
Beep. Sad Beeps.
Okay, cool. Right. You will now see it in your inventory, Andy.
Okie dokie, Dan. Thank you, Dan.
Oh, I'll just actually no, I'll delete those two and just make it 5 in your inventory down here. Right, there we go. That is session, guys.
Nice.
Beep boop.
Cool.